Hey Fight fans, it's Michelle Joy Phelps, and I'm with the one and only Gypsy King.
Whip!
How are you?
I'm good, I'm really relaxed.
Yeah?
Really ready for this.
You're looking mighty tanned.
Oof, look at these legs, how tanned they are. Can't really see on there, but I've been having plenty of sunbeds.
Yeah.
Ready for the big day.
Yeah.
Ready for Las Vegas, Nevada, USA.
Well, you'll get a lot of sun in Nevada when you do go out there.
It's very boiling up there in June.
Well, yeah, in June. You know what? Normally, every single time out, it's usually really, really hot. And it was quite nice. It was warm, but it wasn't too hot. So maybe global warming, you might be lucky and not get it too boiling.
Hopefully not too hot.
Yeah.
But hopefully hot as possible the day after the fight.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to be pool parties. It's my first time in Vegas, so I'm really looking forward to it. It's been a long time coming, but I'm going to paint it red.
Well, I wanted to talk to you about what was just announced yesterday, as I'm pretty sure you've heard about the WBC ordering that you fight Dillian Whyte in order to fight Deontay Wilder. What do you think of that?
I don't really think too much of it because it's like I'm the lineal heavyweight champion of the world. I fight who I want, when I want, how I want. And I don't need to fight eliminators to fight people. I already had a Deontay Wilder fight the other day without an eliminator. So I definitely don't need an eliminator, and I think it's very unfair the way that they're treating Dillian Whyte because he's had to fight some good men, some undefeated men, and work his way back up the ladder. And I'm starting to believe what he says, that they don't want him to fight for the title, maybe because they've ordered him to fight me. That's a guaranteed loss. After he's fighting all this, he's fighting another good fella, Oscar Rivers, in his next fight. So I don't know what more he has to do. He's been #1 ranked. Give the guy a title shot, for God's sake.
So since they're ordering it, explain to me how that works then, because
Michelle, how long have you known me?
years.
Do I take orders from anybody?
No, most certainly not.
Definitely not. No, I ain't been ordered to do anything by anybody, and I've got my own shit going on. I'm going at my own pace, and I do what I want to do.
Well, we know you're fighting Tom Schwartz in just a matter of, what is it?
5 weeks tomorrow.
There we go, 5 weeks. So I saw an interview that you did where you said that maybe 3 fights from now you may consider retirement.
No, that was, I didn't say retirement. I said I'll be gone. I said I'm going to have 3 fights and I'll be gone.
What do you mean by that?
I meant I'll be gone for the year, like, have some time off.
I was like, don't you have a deal with ESPN?
Yeah, I have a 5-fight deal, so unless I'm going to jack off the 3 fights...
People thought...
I don't think so! I fooled y'all!
People are like, is he considering retirement?
No, I'm only a young pup. I've only just started to come into my career, my second career. I've only had a few fights back, so... Yeah, this is my 4th defence of my lineal championship of the world. Really looking forward to it. Tom Schwartz brings some interesting challenges. He's a big lump, 6'5.5", 6'6", 255, 60 pounds. Ambitious, undefeated, good combination, good feet. What's not to like? Good looking.
You know, the boxing fans are probably the hardest fans to please. And immediately after your layoff, you went straight in and fought the WBC heavyweight champion of the world. But then, now that you're fighting somebody they may not have heard of, they're being a bit critical of who you're facing. What do you make of that?
Well, I believe everybody deserves a chance, and Tom Schwartz is #2 by the WBO and in the top 10 by the IBF. I was 24-0 when I dethroned Wladimir, and I won't overlook Tom Schwartz. He's a dangerous hombre, dangerous customer, and he's coming to take me out. Anybody who fights me, they know if they beat me, they're on the road to riches and fortune and good luck, and they become the lineal champion. So I don't take anybody lightly, Michelle, and I train hardest for Tom Schwartz as I do for Deontay Wilder, and Tom Schwartz is definitely coming to take my head and put it on a plate on his mantelpiece. So, you know, nobody hears of anybody until they break through, until they have that breakthrough fight. This could be his coming out party. Viva Las Vegas, Tyson Fury, lineal championship of the world on the line. Us all to play for.
How many Brits do you anticipate that's going to come over?
Thousands and thousands and thousands. Shall I get that door?
Get the door.
I'll be back. I'll be back.
Before we were interrupted because you just did random drug testing right now.
Yeah.
We were talking about Tom's coming out party. Could be coming out party. Potentially. We were talking about people criticizing your opponent and so forth.
Listen, I'm Ray Charles to the bullshit. I don't take notice of bullshit.
Okay.
Just do what I gotta do. Get in there, kick ass, see bass.
Do you think that we will see here? Do you think that we are going to see a fight with a rematch between you and Deontay in 2019? Because I'm hearing that it's the likelihood is strictly 2020, maybe.
I think 19.
You think so?
I think December we're gonna see the rematch.
Okay.
Gonna see me kick his ass again. This time, no. He won't be able to deliver me. I've just had 2 little fight comebacks. I've been back way over a year and strung at the weight and don't have to lose any weight. You know, he had his biggest opportunity of his life to beat me and he couldn't do it. Never again will he have that opportunity of a Tyson Fury only 40% of what he should be. After 3 years out the ring of drug and alcohol abuse and mental health problems and 10 stone weight loss, and he still couldn't beat me. How much better am I than these guys? It's like, I don't know. We'll find out though. Even when he knocked me down in round 9, he had over 2 minutes to finish me. Couldn't do shit. When he knocked me down, knocked me out in round 12, he had over 2 minutes to finish me. So mentally, he's a broken character because he knows I took his best punches and come back and hurt him afterwards. And he knows I was only on a quarter mass.
He's saying that you're the reason the rematch didn't happen. What do you have to say about that?
Well, I'm Ray Charles to the bullshit.
Okay. Well, hopefully we do get it because I'm not going to lie.
I think it's going to happen. It'll have to happen, you know.
Because it was a bit
I beat
worrisome.
him once and I'll beat him again.
It was a bit worrisome when we heard, you know, it was great for you in terms of the deal with ESPN, fantastic. Yeah. But a lot of us fans felt like, oh my God, we may not get the rematch because you know how it is when you have different networks fighting for trying to, you know, get the fight on their network.
I don't believe in all that stuff, networks and promoters. You know, when 2 fighters want to fight, they'll fight. And when people mention my name, they're going to fight anyway. Sooner or later, they have to fight. You know, no matter how much they talk bullshit, sooner or later, the big boys have to fight each other. As I proved, they have to fight, simple. And really, they've just got puncher's chances, that's it. Which all heavyweights have the same chance. So when people say, oh, look at Tom Schwartz, he's got a puncher's chance just like Deontay Wilder. That's it.
Especially with the heavyweights, though. I mean, anything can happen.
Anything can happen. It's one punch and it turns your lights out. It's not your fault. It's just the power of the guys and the speed. By the way, big shout out.
Wow Hydrate.
Wow Hydrate. Keeps me hydrated and fueled.
Different flavors,
for my
exotic
next
fruits.
Session. This is an exotic one for an exotic guy. As we were. That was just an interruption for advertisement.
How do you do that? Shameless plug, right? I'm super curious to know what your thoughts are on Big Baby Miller failing multiple drug tests.
Do you know what? I've seen a lot of bullshit with Baby Miller and everyone slating him and everybody going on and talking crap. But, you know, people make mistakes and I'm sure he's got his own reasons or whatever why. And I'm sure we'll find out what happened and that. I'm not going to slate the guy.
But do you think that
it is what it is.
Do you think that he could pick himself back up, build himself up after something like this?
Yeah.
Because I mean, he's already failed a drug test prior to this fight, and then he's failing. Something just happened. Did you hear that?
I hear a click.
Did you hear a click? No, it's still recording.
Fire away then. Come on.
Hey. I feel like it's awkward, like the way I'm sitting.
I feel like I'm getting blinded.
You are. This thing is super bright. But I have to, because if I put it here, it's all shadow on me.
It's alright. Continue.
Is it possible you can lean a little forward? So we can speak like this.
I'll have to come down a bit.
There we go. Let's bring your, yep, there you go.
How's that?
Better.
Do you interview many people, other people like this?
No, never. In fact, the only other person that I interviewed on a bed, and there was literally no seats around. Was Kell Brook?
Yeah.
Recently in New York.
Okay.
And he's like, come on, let's do the interview. And I'm like, you know I'm going to get slated for this. And he's like, well, there's nowhere else to sit. He's like, there's nowhere else to, like, where are we going to do this? And I'm like, okay, but we're going to have to explain this. So I literally crawled on the bed, but I was like explaining myself on camera. Because you know how people are, they're just dicks.
You know what you got to be, don't you? Ray Charles to the bullshit.
Is that your new motto? New motto. All right, let's see. I want to talk to you about, there was this idea floating around that you and Deontay sort of blacklisted Anthony Joshua by not trying to get a fight with him made. I didn't believe it, but literally people were suggesting that you two were in cahoots by absolutely not wanting to even involve him anymore. Is that the case?
Again, I'm Ray Charles to the bullshit, and that's what that sounds like to me. It's the first I've ever heard about it, to be honest, but, you know, don't underestimate Andy Ruiz Jr., Mr. Snickers.
Mr. Snickers. He had a Snicker
The little
bar.
guy can fight.
He can fight.
He can fight. I like him.
You
Do
said
not judge
you
a book
didn't
by
say
its cover.
Yeah, you said that you didn't say anything bad about him. But then Eddie Hearn and Andy Ruiz are under the impression that you did. What was said exactly that made them think you were talking badly about Andy?
I posted a picture of the little fat kid from Up.
Okay.
And I put it at the side of Andy, and I said, who remembers the kid from Up? He's now fighting Anthony Joshua for the World Heavyweight title. I didn't slate Andy Ruiz Jr. I've got no reason to slate people, and I think he thinks that I said it because he was fat. Mate, welcome to the club. I'm a fat man too, but I can fight just like Emosh. I don't judge book by covers. Just because people are fat.
He's a good fighter.
Just because people are fat or whatever doesn't mean he can't fight. It's heavyweight boxing.
Well, look at the Polish kid.
Yeah, he can fight too. The other little fat fella. The fat fellas can fight for some reason. All fat people can fight. Yeah, so if Eddie's trying to brainwash Andy that I said he's a fat cunt, I really didn't.
What is this whole thing going on between you and Eddie Hearn? Because I feel like you guys, he's like, oh, we talked on the phone last week, but you guys sort of go back and forth. That's what he said.
I've not spoke to Eddie last week at all. There's nothing going on. What's going on?
No, I'm just, between the two of you online, it just seems like you always have a lot to say to each other.
Is there something going on online?
Yeah, you guys are always going back and forth.
It's good though, isn't it? It's good banter.
Yeah, of course it is.
Good banter, and Eddie loves taking a bit of stick from me. He's a fanboy.
He said to me in an interview that you are under this impression that his father's an alcoholic.
Am I?
Oh my God! That's what he said in the interview.
I don't know where he's got that from.
I have no idea. I've never heard you say it, but
maybe he's referring to my video. Give him a can of Stella and put him back in the cupboard.
I have no idea where half of this shit comes from, but I just know.
You gotta admit though, it was funny. It was a funny interview. It was a funny video actually. It was one of my better ones.
Yeah.
Yeah. Eddie Hearn's a tit. And he knows that. And I know that. And the rest of the world knows that.
Again, words.
But there ain't
you called him a tit, now he's going to say something bad.
There ain't nothing going on.
Great.
Eddie Hearn's got a man crush on me. That's all it is. So when somebody fancies somebody, they do nasty things to him all the time and they talk shit about him. So whenever you see Eddie Hearn saying all the bullshit about me, yeah, and then you get me responding back to him, it's because he's got a man crush on me and he obviously fancies me, doesn't he? Don't you, Eddie?
Is it like you're mean
I'm
to
going to take
somebody
him out
when
for
you
a
like
drink
them?
next time we see him.
You should. I think you two are great.
I'm going to take him out. I'm going to get him a double gin and tonic with some fruit on the side. I'll even give him a ringside ticket to me fight in Vegas, and he can even come, Eddie, and have a drink with me after the fight.
He's been highly critical of your upcoming fight.
You know what's jealousy? Eddie Hearn can't fight, so Tom Schwartz had hit Eddie with one jab and a left hook and he put him out for a week. So how can anybody be very critical of anybody else? Where's Andy Ruiz rated in the rankings?
I actually don't know. Well, he's
So-
got to be top 10.
No, he's not.
Has to be. If
No
he
chance.
fights AJ, no?
No. I think they may have put him in at number 15 in one of the organisations.
I'm going to look that up.
I'll look it up right
Yeah.
now. But I know Tom Schwartz is number 2 by WBO, and I'm number 4, so he's rated above me, so you can only beat who's in front of you, can't you? Really?
What do you make of the WBC saying that starting January 2020, they're going to have new rules in terms of what is allowed, trash talk, getting in each other's faces? Do you feel that takes away from building a fight? Because you're the king of that stuff. So I feel like it would limit you guys. I'm against it personally.
I'm not sure because I don't get dictated to by people, and I'm the lineal champion of the world. I'm not some alphabetical title, whatever organisation they're from, and I'm sure they're all top blokes, but here's WBO.
Okay.
Schwartz 2. So then we're gonna go. Hold on, that's WBO.
Okay.
Show the camera.
Here. Let me make sure you can. Let me take the autofocus off. There we go. All right, we're gonna scroll.
See? It's right in front of me.
Okay, and there's top 10.
That's WBO.
No. Okay, that's WBO.
So he's
Okay.
not in them rankings.
No.
No. He's not even in the top 15 WBO.
Let me see.
Let me get up because
Down.
this is quite important, because this is very important actually. See the IBF ratings. Oh, there's Schwartz, number 9 IBF. Where's number 15? Oh, up, up, up. Yeah, I thought he was number 15 in one of them. What else have we got? WBC. No.
Nope.
One more ratings. WBA. There he is, number 5 WBA. So he's 15 IBF, 5 WBA.
Okay.
So, they can't really talk about rankings and anything. It is what it is. The rankings don't really mean shit anyway, to be fair. If you can fight, you can fight. If you can't, you get found out anyway. And that's just the way it is, unfortunately.
I'm a one-man show today. I saw, obviously, I saw Pulev's name pull up.
Who?
Pulev?
Pulev, yeah.
I saw him, obviously, as you were scrolling, and I'm curious to see your thoughts on Pulev. I know that Pulev's obviously...
Has he got a fight coming up or something?
No, well, I know I was hearing that Pulev could have been possibly one of your next opponents.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's the first I've heard of it, but whoever fights come. It's Pulev doesn't really have anything that frightens me, or he's getting on a bit. He's close to 40 years old. Bit of a jab on him, bit of footwork, but nothing I couldn't splatter. It is what it is with Pulev, really. It's a bit of unknown because people have unheard of Pulev like they've unheard of Tom Schwartz and Andy Ruiz. I know him because I'm a boxing mastermind, but the average person in the street wouldn't have heard of any of those guys.
Do you feel that you have a bigger following than anyone else in heavyweight at the moment? Do you feel that you're sort of flying the flag in that area?
100%. I'm the
You do have a
biggest
really
name in world
big,
boxing.
loyal fan base. You
I'm
really do.
the biggest name in world boxing, barring none. Tyson Fury, aka the Gypsy King, worldwide known
When I
to be the master of the disaster, the king of Sting.
King of Sting. You have the greatest one-liners. You know that?
Yeah.
Yeah. You got great
Very snappy.
Comebacks or exactly.
So people should
savvy,
never,
quick.
ever try and get in an argument with me.
No.
Because they always lose every single time.
Would you say that you or Billy is the better at winding people up?
Billy, for sure.
Yeah. Because you're definitely the nicer one, whereas he's kind of the mean one.
I'll be back. Let's hope that's not another drug test.
Again! Being interrupted. Twice now.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Can I clean your room?
Yeah, can you give me like 20 minutes?
Okay.
Thank you.
When you want, can you put your sign?
Yes, no problem. That was the cleaner.
Clean lady.
Oh.
Okay.
Go on, Michelle. Anything
You,
else?
You in frame. You good? Can you
Yeah.
see yourself?
Yeah, I can see.
So yeah. So you would say he's the bigger wind up.
Yeah, I
Wind
think
up
so.
king.
He's the wind-up king. He really knows how to get under the skin.
Now that he's training with you, how's it been?
It's been good.
I can imagine it's just non-stop banter.
It's non-stop banter. We have the king of banters in the gym. You know, he's doing very well. He's going to be the first traveller in history to become a two-time two-weight world champion. Credit to him, fair play. I'm supporting him 1,000,000%. I think the move here was a great move for him, and steel sharpens steel, and everyone just so positive, you know. Everyone wants to see everyone do well and go forward, and no distractions. You know, it's a new year, it's 2019, and it's going to be an epic year for both fighters.
I think that it also sets him up for some pretty big fights also.
Yeah.
Like Callum Smith would be a great domestic fight here.
Yeah, there's plenty of big fights
Yeah.
at the super middle and middleweight division at the minute, and he's right in there in the mix with them all. I'd back any amount of money with anybody that Billy will beat all of them.
Do you think
All
that
your
he'll,
Canelos and Golovkins and all them men.
I was gonna say, like, do you think that he would still be wanting to move down to middleweight? So just
100%.
going back and forth.
Billy's a natural middleweight.
Okay.
He's stepping up to super middleweight, become a two-weight world champion, but I think he'd be dropping back down to middleweight afterwards for the Canelo and the Golovkin
He's
fight.
really just doing it for like the accolade and to make
Yeah.
history.
Just set the precedent, really.
Yeah. All right. Well, I want to ask you your predictions for some upcoming fights, if you don't mind.
Okay.
We obviously have Wilder versus Brazil, which is next weekend.
Wilder, knockout.
That's it, plain and simple. Any round? Do you think it's going to be like within the first 6 or the later rounds?
I'm not sure. With Deontay Wilder, it can come in the first second or the last second, as we've seen.
Yeah.
So it's, I'll bet. I'm not a betting man or a gambling man, but Wilder KO,
Okay.
clean KO.
Anthony Joshua versus Andy Ruiz.
Joshua points.
Your cousin, Nathan Gorman,
Yeah,
fighting Daniel Dubois. A big fight that.
yeah, good fight for the British title. Two young heavyweights. I'll go Nathan on points.
And I think that's really it for the heavyweights at the moment. Do you know what I sensed right now?
Go on.
Ever since you got your blood drawn, you're more anxious.
You reckon?
Yeah. You're waiting for this countdown on this interview so you can go eat.
No, I'm not.
There you are.
I'm not even hungry. I'm not hungry at all.
Because you're like,
Oh,
No?
do you want in-depth answers? Because I can give you them if you want.
I'm just used to you doing that. So I'm like, are you trying to rush me out of here or what's going on?
No,
I mean,
should we start them again then? I'll give you proper.
no, it's okay.
Go back. Leave it. Leave this on the interview. Let's go back to Wilder Brazil, yeah?
Okay,
Go on.
Wilder Brazil.
Wilder Brazil. I see Brazil coming out with his hands up, throwing that big slow jab he's got. And I see Deontay Wilder throwing the big 1-2s, angles right down the middle, hitting him straight in the face. Probably going to be quite a bit of blood coming out of Dominic Brazil. And he's a game, gutsy lad, so he'll keep walking forward onto them. And the only way he knows how to fight is face first. And with somebody like a puncher like Deontay Wilder, that ain't possible to do. So he'll get knocked out, for sure.
Anthony Joshua versus Andy Ruiz.
Anthony Joshua versus Ruiz. Ruiz is a short, compact, skilled little fighter. But he's only small. But he is heavy. So he'll give Joshua some dangerous sticky patches like Povetkin did, and Joseph Parker caught him a few times. But I have to go with the bigger man. The bigger man will always beat the smaller man. And Joshua is a big man. He's 6'6" and 18 stone, 250 US pounds. And he's very in shape and fit,
Okay.
strong. And we've seen he can box for 12 rounds as well as he did with Parker. But I think he'll try and knock him out, and after 4 rounds he'll realise that he ain't going anywhere, this little fat fucker. But he'll win on points. My prediction is Joshua points, but to come through a couple of sticky patches and eat a few over and right, followed by left hooks. Don't underestimate Andy.
Now he's definitely a really good fighter. I don't know why everyone. It's just because they don't know who he
It's
is.
all body shape. It all goes down. The average person on the street thinks a man with muscles should beat a fat man with a belly. And we all know that because I'm a born and bred fighting man. That ain't always the case. Because I beat many six-packs in my life, many of them. But they ain't never beat fat men.
I beat 6 packs. All right.
I've drunk many six-packs too.
Okay. Nathan Gorman.
Yeah,
Daniel
Gorman
Dubois.
and Dubois. I think Nathan is more mentally stronger than Daniel, from what I've seen. Daniel's a big, strong lad, big puncher, 1-2 left hook. Pretty much similar to Joshua, but a younger version. He's got a big future in the boxing. But I just fancy Nathan's boxing and his intelligence in the ring. Don't forget I've sparred both guys. Daniel's big and strong and ponderous, and Nathan's more, he feints and he moves his feet a bit more, you know what I mean? And he's a big lump too. He's 19 stone and 6'5", 265 pounds and 6'5" tall. So I just think his intelligence and boxing IQ will be too much for Daniel Dubois on the night. Plus he's my cousin, so I'm backing him anyway.
Yeah. What do you make of Joe Joyce?
I think Joe Joyce is one of the nicest people in boxing, one of the nicest fellas you'll ever meet. Real likeable character. He says, you know, a lot though. Whenever he interview I watch, he says, you know, and you know. No, he's a top fighter, strong, very ambitious. I think he'll be a world champion for sure. Just a matter of time.
If you weren't boxing, what do you think you'd be doing with your life?
I'd probably be a porn star.
Yeah?
Not really. No, I'd still have my family, still have my kids, and that's the most important thing to me, because no matter what career path I would have chose, hopefully I would have still had my wife and kids and still been happy. So.
But was there something that interests you?
No.
No?
Nothing other than fighting.
Okay.
So I don't know what I would have been if I wasn't a boxer. I've been asked that question quite a lot of times, but never really had an answer for it. Because you never really can tell, can you, what would have happened if.
Well, what other passions do you have outside of boxing? Like, what do you like to do in your, spare time?
I like to train. That's it.
There's nothing else?
Nothing. I like spending time with my family.
Okay.
I like taking the kids places and that. I like going out on a date night with a wife.
Which, by the way, she looks amazing.
She
5
does.
kids, dear
5
God. And you
kids
know
later.
what? She looks like that.
Got a good wife, you know.
Amazing.
Behind every good man, there's a good wife and a good woman.
I believe that.
You know, I believe it was meant to be. I've just seen lightning strike over there. We've got a good relationship going on, me and Paris. I'm really happy with the way our lives have turned out.
Do you know who she reminds me of? She has Princess Diana's eyes.
Yeah?
Yes.
Yeah, well.
When I see her, the way her eyes are Princess Diana's eyes, I swear to God, I absolutely love Diana, so I recognized her eyes immediately. I was like, oh my God, she has her eyes.
Yeah, well, that's a very compliment.
Yeah, no, it is. Absolutely. It looks great. I mean, 5 kids and she looks like that. I hope to look like that after 1, let alone 5.
Do you
Do you want to have any more?
I think so, yeah. I spoke to Paris yesterday and she said she wants more kids. I'm like, okay. I'm sure we can sort that out.
I don't think that'll be an issue.
No, I'm not firing blanks, that's for sure.
Oh, man. Well, that's great.
Anything else?
Oh my God,
on the
see?
subject?
See?
No,
No, never mind. You're rushing me through this one.
I'm not.
There you are.
Continue.
Oh my God. You can't force the conversation, Tyson.
I'm not forcing it, I'm just relaxing.
Okay. Well, I guess we really have touched on pretty much everything. You look good.
How was
You're doing
Vegas?
well. Vegas was okay. It was alright. Can't really, I mean, I went out a few times, which I haven't done in a while. You know.
Sometimes you need to let your hair down.
Got to. You got to. But I'm paying for it now.
All work and
So-
no play makes Jack a dull boy.
Yeah, I mean, you kind of have to mix the two in. I mean, you can't just be 100% work. You could literally go mental.
I love my work though. I can honestly say for the first time, I really do appreciate my position, I appreciate my job, and I appreciate what I work so hard for. I love it. And it's took me to get to 30-year-old to realise how much that I do love what I do. I'm very lucky and blessed to be in this position and to have the platform that I have. Great, it's been great, you know. I've had a great career and I've really been very, very blessed in what's happened. And you know, you don't really realise that age catches up here in boxing. And from like 20 to 30, 10 years, and you know, when you get to 30, you probably only got maximum of 10 years left anyway, if you want to. So it is a short career, and you don't realise it goes quick until it's on top of you.
Life flies by so fast, doesn't it?
It does. Like the weeks in training camp for me go very quick. Very, very quick.
But I'm sure you recognize it because you have children. When you have children, you can see how quickly time's going by because of how quickly they're growing. I sometimes forget. I sometimes think, oh, I'm still 26. And I'm like, wait a minute. My nephew's turning 18. And it's like a reminder to me that, whoa. I can now understand why older people say they may look older, but they feel young. Because I still feel, I mean, I'm not old, but I'm maybe 35 in a few months. So it's like, you don't realize how, as you get older, you really don't feel older. You feel, I guess, a bit wiser, but not older.
I'll give you that. 100%. It's, does creep up on you though, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. It's really...
When you get to the big 3-0, they say, going quick like that. 31 this year. And it's like, I'm still doing this stuff. Happy, very happy. I don't remember being much happier than I am now.
I can attest for the fact that you have a very loyal fan base, because when we were doing the tour, you were sold out events.
Yeah.
People really want to turn out to see you. Not very many people want to turn out to hear what somebody has to say. They really don't. So that's a good testimony.
It's very, keeps you grounded, and you know, to get out and meet the fans and talk to them personally and spend some time with them. I think it's the least I can do. And you know, I've just become an ambassador for Frank Bruno's mental health charity, which I'm very thankful for, and I hope to do a good job. So that's a good bit of news I've had. What else?
Do you want to tell them about the part two of your tour?
Yeah, I've got part 2 coming up after the fight of the UK and European tour. Coming to somewhere near you. Contact Gold Star Promotions for more information. But it's another chance for me to get out, you know, and meet people, new people, because more than anything, it keeps me mentally well, talking about the stuff that I go through, and meeting new people and trying to help them. So I really love doing them, you know what I mean? And it's humbling that so many people turn out and want to listen and come and see me.
Well, Tyson, I always appreciate you taking the time. Honestly, I really appreciate it.
I feel like you're trying to cut the
Trying to
interview
get on
short.
me. I know you're hungry. You can keep lying to me and saying you're not. I literally met you as you were going to go grab lunch. It's been about an hour. I think it's time for you to go eat.
Time does fly, doesn't it?
It does fly.
They say
So
time flies when you're having fun.
I don't want to hold you up too much longer, but I really do appreciate always making the time. Doesn't matter how big you get, you never forget
He
it.
does that because he's got Anthony Joshua, and I suppose running me down, does it make his fighter better? I'm not sure, but The thing is this. No matter what people think, no matter what he thinks, is I stepped up and I fought these fighters when nobody else wanted to. Like, I went to Germany first and I fought Klitschko in his own town and beat him. Yeah? I had the nuts to come out of retirement and fight Deontay Wilder after 2 comeback fights, you know. So, you can try and run me down or be negative as much as you want, but until you've achieved things like I've achieved, and I've been to champions' backyards and beat them, none of these other guys have. No disrespect to Wilder or Joshua, the other champions in the division, but not one of them have been to a champion's back garden and beat him. Joshua beat Charles Martin, who wasn't really a champion, no disrespect, in England, and he beat an older Klitschko who was mentally smashed by the Gypsy King. Wilder ain't beat a champion in his own garden. Romain Stavern, he wasn't a champion. Call him a chump. No disrespect, but none of them have beat champions. So to try and disrespect me and discredit me after the amount of stuff I've achieved more titles than anybody else in the sport and in my division. I'm not sure if people know that, but nobody has the accolades that I do. I'm not trying to blow my own trumpet, but I've won 2 English titles, an Irish title, 2 British titles, European title, Commonwealth champion. I've won a string of international titles, WBO Super, WBA Super, IBO, IBF, Ring Magazine, I've Ring Magazine Fighter of the Year, Ring Magazine Upset of the Year, Ring Magazine Round of the Year, and Ring Magazine Comeback of the Year. I've won everything there is to win in boxing. I won the WBC belt but didn't get it. You know, nobody has what I have. I'm the lineal heavyweight champion of the world. Where have they won all that? They haven't.
What is the next goal then? Because you have seemed to have achieved everything.
Everything. There is nothing in the sport for me to do. Not one thing.
Do you have another goal? Something else in mind that you think?
Listen, I do boxing because I love it. I don't do boxing to achieve any more belts or anything because I've won everything there is to win. And if you don't like it, go and look up the facts. And I only speak the truth because, you know, it's easy to check what I'm saying. What I'm saying is accurate. You know, I'm not boxing to win some more titles or whatever because I won everything. But I'm boxing because I love it. I love the sport. I love the feeling I get when I train and when I fight and when I win fights and being involved in big fights. I love all that. So that's why I box. I don't box to achieve some belts or whatever. And they'll all find out sooner or later because these fights must happen. The big fights. All these so-called boxers who think they're good and have had a few wins and whatever. But as for people who don't box, slating people who do, I think it's very out of order because until you've entered the ring, you can't call somebody, even if somebody's had 10 fights and 10 losses, that man's a warrior because he's been in a boxing ring and fought with somebody else who's trying to fight back. So you've got to respect and admire people like that. And I take my hat off to all boxers because I know above all anybody how hard boxing is. I boxed all my life and I'll continue to box for a long, long time, and I know how hard it is. So when people say, oh, he's shit and he's shit, I look at it and I think, you know what? Very out of order because they're all warriors. And you know, I say he's a chump and he's a chump, but a chump compared to me, but not a chump in reality because they're fighting men. And anybody who puts a pair of gloves on is a true warrior again.
Yeah, I agree. So all for our entertainment.
All modern day gladiators.
Yeah.
We fight one-on-one to entertain the customer, entertain the fans. So when you get people like Eddie Hearn saying negative stuff about me, I look at it and I think, you know what, Eddie, you've never had a fight in your life. So how can you call me and say I'm shit or whatever? Because you can't fight. And if you could, you'd be a world champion and I wouldn't. So, you know, and I understand that he's a promoter and he has to try and run me down to make his fight look better, but come on, it is what it is. I'm sick of all the bullshit games. He calls me, I call him, but, you know, I say we call a truce. And the next negative word you say about me, I'm going to slap all your teeth in for you. So, I think people only understand that. And I hope that I've got that across to the person who's watching that. For people who don't fight to call fighters, who do fight, it's a joke. Because until you've been punched in the face in a boxing ring, you don't understand what it's about.
Yeah, 100%. I've done just lightweight training, boxing training, and I was like, oh my god, it's intense. And you guys do this every single day, 2 to 3 times a day. I could never do it.
No, and it's not for everybody, look.
No.
Boxing and fighting ain't for every person, and it's a very hard thing to do. It takes a lot of courage to get in a ring and fight somebody who's trained to fight. And it pisses me off when I see people.
Would you teach me some boxing one day?
100%. Love to.
Not the way Billy did it, where he beat me up, but I mean really teach me.
I will. Come down to the gym one of the days. I'll give you some pointers.
Yeah.
Because that's just the guy I am.
You're the nice one, he's the mean one.
Good cop, bad cop.
Okay, there you go. That's why you guys work together.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. I saw you guys, have matching Ferraris?
We did, yeah.
You did?
Well, I've give mine away, actually.
Oh. That must be a nice life to live. I just gave my Ferrari away.
I didn't give it away forever, I just gave it away for someone to use.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. Well, I don't want to hold you. You gotta go eat. I'm not gonna.
You're not cutting the interview short, are you?
Oh my god. What time is it?
10 to 2.
See?
You can come downstairs and interview me if you want, while I'm having some dinner.
You want some coffee?
Come on, let's go.
Alright.
Peace out.
Alright, bye fans.
Fight fans, take it easy. Hope you enjoyed the interview. Peace out.
Peace out.
Hey Fight fans, it's Michelle Joy Phelps. If you haven't already subscribed to our YouTube channel, make sure you do so by clicking this icon right here, or else.